Today, we will explore one of the Bible's most profound and influential books, the Book of Proverbs. Known for its timeless wisdom, these proverbs provide guidance on everything from moral behavior to practical life advice. Who is King Solomon, and why does his words resonate with us even today? In this video, we'll delve deep into the Proverbs of King Solomon, exploring the meaning behind these sayings, their historical context, and how they've shaped not just the Bible but cultures around the world for millennia. So sit back, relax, and let's begin our journey through ancient wisdom. Hi, welcome to Bible Insights. To understand the Proverbs of Solomon, we must first understand the man behind them. King Solomon, the son of David, one of Israel's greatest kings. Solomon was known for his wisdom, wealth, and building projects, most notably the construction of the temple in Jerusalem. The story of Solomon's rise to the throne is both fascinating and humbling. After David passed away, Solomon took the throne in 970 BC, and his reign marked a period of prosperity and peace for the nation of Israel. But it wasn't just Solomon's royal lineage that made him special. The Bible tells us that Solomon's wisdom was a gift from God. In the book of 1 Kings, we find a pivotal moment when Solomon, as a young king, prayed for wisdom instead of wealth or power. His request pleased God, who not only granted him exceptional wisdom but also gave him riches and honor beyond any king who had lived before him. Solomon's wisdom became legendary, and it is this wisdom that is preserved in the Proverbs. Proverbs are short, pithy sayings that distill complex truths into easy-to-remember statements. These sayings often focus on practical advice for living a righteous life, cultivating good relationships, and seeking knowledge. But why did Solomon, or rather why did God, inspire Solomon to write down these proverbs? The book of Proverbs is often viewed as a guidebook for wisdom, primarily for young people, teaching them the value of understanding and discernment. But it wasn't just written for the young. Its lessons were for anyone seeking wisdom, whether they were in a leadership position, struggling with personal challenges, or seeking a deeper connection with God. In Proverbs chapter 1, verses 2 to 7, we are told that the Proverbs are meant to teach wisdom and discipline, help people understand words of insight, provide instruction in wise behavior, give knowledge to the simple, teach people to respect the Lord, the beginning of all wisdom. At its core, the purpose of the Proverbs is not just to give practical advice for daily living, but to point the reader towards a deeper understanding of God's will. The Proverbs highlight the importance of living in alignment with divine wisdom, living with integrity, honesty, humility, and a commitment to justice. As we dive deeper into the Proverbs, we find recurring themes that run throughout this book. These themes are timeless and cross-cultural, providing insights into universal truths about the human condition. Here are some of the most important themes found in Solomon's Proverbs. Number 1, wisdom and understanding. Wisdom is the central theme of the book of Proverbs. From the very first chapter, Solomon urges his readers to seek wisdom above all else. In Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7, Solomon declares, "The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. Though it cost all you have, get understanding." Wisdom is portrayed as a precious treasure, worth more than the silver, gold, or jewels. But wisdom is not just intellectual knowledge. It is a way of life, a path to understanding God's will and living it out in our everyday decisions. Proverbs 2 verse 6 says, "For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth come knowledge and understanding." Number 2, the fear of the Lord. Another crucial theme in the Proverbs is the fear of the Lord. The phrase fear of the Lord is not about being afraid of God, but rather about having a deep reverence and awe for His authority. It's about acknowledging God's sovereignty and allowing that understanding to shape one's life. Proverbs 9-10 tells us, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding." This idea of the fear of the Lord as the foundation of wisdom is a cornerstone of the Proverbs and is echoed repeatedly throughout the text. Number 3, righteousness versus wickedness. A third prominent theme is the contrast between righteousness and wickedness. Proverbs frequently addresses the moral choices people face and warns against the consequences of living in sin. Proverbs 4 verse 18 says, "The path of the righteous is like the morning sun, shining ever brighter till the full light of day." In contrast, Proverbs 4 verse 19 warns, "But the way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble." Solomon emphasizes that living a righteous life leads to peace, stability, and success, whereas the wicked will ultimately face destruction. Number 4, the value of good relationships. The Proverbs also emphasize the importance of relationships, both with others and with God. Whether it's the relationship between parents and child, husband and wife, or friend and friend, Solomon offers wise counsel on how to foster strong, healthy relationships. Proverbs 15 verse 1 tells us, "A gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger." Proverbs 17 verse 17 highlights the importance of friendship, saying, "A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born from a time of adversity." Through these verses, Solomon teaches the importance of kindness, patience, and loyalty in building lasting and meaningful relationships. What makes the Proverbs so enduring is their timelessness. While they were written thousands of years ago, the lessons they teach are just as relevant today. Whether you are a student trying to make wise decisions, a parent guiding your children, or an individual seeking to live a life of integrity, the Proverbs offer practical wisdom for every stage of life. One of the most famous sections of the Proverbs is the description of the virtuous woman in Proverbs 31. This passage paints a picture of a woman who is strong, wise, compassionate, and industrious. It shows that wisdom and virtue are not just male qualities. They are qualities to be cultivated by both men and women alike. King Solomon's Proverbs have left a profound legacy, not only in the Bible, but in the way we think about wisdom, morality, and living a good life. These ancient sayings have traveled through history, influencing countless generations. They continue to serve as a guide for those who seek truth, righteousness, and the path of wisdom. So, as we reflect on the wisdom of King Solomon, let us remember that the pursuit of wisdom is a lifelong journey. The Proverbs remind us that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom, and that through our relationship with God, we can find knowledge, understanding, and a guide for living a meaningful life. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Solomon's Proverbs. May you walk in wisdom and understanding as you go through your own journey. For more wisdom, don't forget to like, subscribe to this channel, and share this video with your friends. Stay wise, stay humble.